I am joined now by today's bell ringer, Beth Shapiro, CEO of Citymeals on Wheels. Beth, it's great to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Fresh off of the Bell podium.
I
mean, the last time you were here was in 2015. How did it feel to kick things off for trading today?
It was exciting. I mean, I hope we're bringing good luck to the markets, and so many of the staff and board members that were here have never been here before, so great energy.
Amazing. And you know, I gave our viewers a little preview as to what Citymeals on Wheels does, but why don't you tell us a little bit more about it? What makes your concept so unique?
You know, Citymeals is making sure that older adults have a meal delivered to their door every day. People too frail to shop or cook for themselves need nutrition as much as you and I do, and we're there to make sure they get a nutritious meal and someone knocking on the door to make sure they have food 7 days a week.
And you know, your recent research sheds light on food insecurity among older adults, specifically in New York City. But what were the most surprising findings?
Yeah, we did research last year with City University, it's Urban Food Policy Institute, and two numbers stand out to me. The first, that nearly half of the people we're serving and others, older adults in this city, are surviving on that one meal a day.
Oh
nearly half in a given month need more food. And the other number is that 65% of those we spoke with are surviving on $15,000 a year or less in New York City.
Oh my gosh.
So, you know, we know what it takes to live here, and they're having to make very hard decisions about medicine, food, rent. So if we can bring food to their door, it's helpful.
And it seems that you're doing that. You've grown public donations and increased meal deliveries by 20%. Talk to me about the strategy behind this and how you achieved it.
It's really understanding the need in this city, this population of about 1.5 million older adults and those who need food, understanding that, I said in my opening remarks today, they're the people who built this city for us. And we need to rely on everyday New Yorkers to help with volunteering and donations, knowing that all of their money goes directly to programs, to making sure older adults have food. And we're looking, based on the research, to expand what we do and bring more food to people who need it, understanding their needs.
Especially in emergency crisis. You know, during the pandemic, Citymeals on Wheels delivered 6 million meals. How did the organization adapt to this crisis? And I mean, that's a huge number. How did it make you feel?
Well, we went from delivering about 2 million meals a year to 6 million in a short period of time. And we have a distribution center up in the Bronx where we do mostly shelf-stable, ready-to-eat meals. And we knew early on that we would be taxed. And we've always delivered during emergency situations. I mean, Hurricane Sandy, I thought that was as big as it would get. But obviously, COVID far surpassed that. We doubled our team up at the distribution center, and again, relied on staff, volunteers, and donors to make sure we could do what was needed to keep older people fed.
And you've also raised $23 million in your first capital campaign. Talk to me about everything that went into that and the impact that it's made so far.
We had a warehouse in Brooklyn, and with regentrification, we lost that. It was a rental facility, and our board approved a purchase of a building. We found this site where we've now built our distribution center in the Bronx. We'd never done a capital campaign, but understanding need and growth, I have to say we're already at a point coming out of COVID that we likely need to make improvements and expansion on that building, and might be launching our second capital campaign very soon.
Oh, wow. And you know, beyond meal delivery, how does Citymeals provide social connection and support for homebound seniors?
So there are volunteers and delivers knocking on the door almost daily to check on people, but we also have volunteers who are making phone calls, checking in on older adults, and we're starting to bring older adults together in like the Zoom calls and conference calls. So there are 8 or 10 of them with a moderator. There, you know, it's a book club maybe, or a cooking segment, or areas of interest, and starting to really bring them together, not just one-on-one with the recipient or a volunteer. And it's really nice to start to see the value of that and understand. We all understood isolation during COVID, and now we all have a deeper understanding of how these older adults live every day.
It's the human capital aspect as well, building those relationships. Amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining us in studio. Again, Beth Shapiro, CEO of Citymeals on Wheels. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.